Yo, yo. I wanted to jump on and go live and ask some questions real quick, man. I know it's just kind of random midday. I don't usually be live around this time, but for those that don't know, my 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 YouTube channel has been demonetized for probably the better part of about a year and some change. I ain't never really make a big deal out of it. Still posted. They kind of reduced my reach um as a part of the game because of me doing the roast videos. The roast videos, when they changed the guidelines, all of my videos was considered bullying. And me having so many roast videos, because that was my main niche of content, you know, all of my videos was getting flagged, and I was getting channel strikes to the point where I had to delete, most of that content in order to keep the channel. Um, but with that, part of the punishment was my channel was no longer, eligible for monetization, and that was fine. I never really made crazy money off of YouTube anyway. You know what I mean? Like, at the height of things, it was doing all right, but it was nothing like life changing ever for me. So, I do this because I enjoy doing this. But my thing is this, right? Besides people popping on and seeing me do the Areola Roller Coaster podcast, and just posting random content. I know that shorts are a thing on YouTube. I'm kind of I'm kind of figuring out what it is that I want to do on YouTube consistently. You know what I'm saying? Because roast videos was what I did, and that's all I known YouTube for. So I have to basically reinvent myself on YouTube because roast videos won't cut it. Because they'll basically flag it as bullying, and I'll never, that content just won't work anymore. Even though that's what people enjoy, that's what people like. YouTube just ain't on it, So I'm trying to ask y'all, what kind of content style would you want to see from me? I mean, because you can roast, but you can't roast people. You can roast things, but you can't really roast people. And I'm just trying to figure out what it is that needs to be my new niche. Like, cause I got ideas, but I'm trying to judge off of the public. You know what I'm saying? See what people think, and see how I can do that, because now that, like, literally my channel just got eligible for monetization again, the 11th, uh January 11th. So now I basically have to start from zero to get back in YouTube's algorithm. You know what I mean? In order for my stuff to just have reach, because right now anything I post ain't gonna have no reach. You talking about somebody who could post a video, and within 10 minutes I'm up at 5,000, 6,000 views. Now I could post a video and it can be 2 weeks and I ain't cracked 500. You know what I'm saying? So, I know how social media goes, so I don't never take it to heart. The people that see it's gonna see it. The people that love it's gonna love it, and that is what it is. But you know, the goal is to grow. You know what I mean? I've been at 70. I've been at 70K for about 2 years now, and I think that's 2 years too long. So I need to go ahead and set my new heights to 100,000. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get 100,000 subscribers before, what is it? Before the summer, really. I ain't saying at the end of the year. Before the summer, I need to be at 100K. You know what I'm saying? So once I find whatever avenue that is, which is my niche to create from, I think that'll be my point of consistency. Like, that's the reason why I'm just kind of posting sporadically, because I just don't have that particular category that I'm posting from. Like, I need to choose a lane and go in that lane. Roasting is just not the lane no more. The YouTube guidelines just won't let me live on it. So It is what it is. But, like I said, if you watching this, after it's live, put in the comments, man, like what kind of content would you like to see me do? You know what I mean? I mean, I have my own ideas, but it's nothing, it's nothing better than hearing it from, you know, somebody who's watching it on the other end, not the person that's creating it. Because me creating it, I'm gonna automatically think what I do is good. But for you, you might want to see something else that sparks an idea out of me. So, you know, try to see what's up. Flowers Rashawn said, skits. I appreciate that too, man. So, um, skits, yeah, but skits is automatic. Like skits is automatic. Like that's guaranteed content. Um, but I'm saying like my thing that you gonna expect from me every time you come on my channel or you get a notification from my channel, what you expect to see from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if it's damn near news or a long form content, you know what I mean? 5-minute videos, current events, I don't know. You know what I mean? There's so much to do. Try and figure it out, you know what I mean? Oh my God, Ronnie said, what about that Super Bowl? Ah man, I ain't really have a dog in the fight. I'm a Colts fan, you know what I mean? We went out first round. So, it was just enjoyable to watch. One thing I did learn about myself though is dynasties are cool, but that shit boring. Dynasties is boring. I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. I like the Chiefs. I like Kelsey. I like Pacheco. I like all of them guys. But I want to see something fresh and new sometimes, man. So for me, when the Colts went out, I wanted the Lions to win, the Lions or the Ravens, just to see, because the story behind it would be dope. You know what I mean? We see everything on social media. It's like the Chiefs, we've seen this 3-4 times already. You know what I'm saying? They've been good for a while. We used to do that with the Patriots. We used to see them all the time. We used to do that with the Steelers. You used to see them all the time. You know what I mean? Like I want to see somebody else in there, you know what I mean, winning some championships. And I think it would have been a great story for the Lions. And I would have loved to just seen everybody from Detroit be totally unraveled. You know what I mean? So yeah. Bruce Leroy, what up, dog? Start making shorts of the topics you discuss on the podcast. Yeah, man, I've been doing that, but my podcast be like an hour to an hour and a half, and then I be having to like sort through that shit. Like I be having to sort through it, man, and that is time consuming, man. Like I try, but it's like, bruh, it's because I'm doing everything alone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm setting up my equipment for the podcast. I'm getting my topics ready for the podcast. I'm making sure my titles and descriptions is on point for the podcast. Then, you know what I mean, I actually do the podcast, finish the podcast, then I upload the audio to the podcast platforms. And at that point, I'm exhausted. I don't want to hear nothing about the podcast no more. Like I don't, you know what I mean? So it's like to take it and go through an hour, you know what I mean, and find the funny parts out of that hour and a half. That's some work, man. You know what I mean? And edit it and make sure it goes out and it's clean. And man, that's some work. You know what I mean? So it's like I've been doing it, but I'm not consistent in that because it's just kind of it's all on me. So it's like I gotta, unless I spend, because when I do my podcast, I started at 9:30 to 10 o'clock. So when I'm done with my podcast, it's usually 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then when I'm done uploading, by the time I'm leaving my space that I record at, I'm leaving that, you know what I mean, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So by the time I get to the crib, it's time to go to bed. I ain't got it in me to go through that episode and record. And at the same time, I do it on Thursdays. So I have a radio segment on the radio station here in Lexington that I have to do too. So I pre-record, my segment, and I send it out for the radio show the next day. So, I be having a whole lot of irons in the fire that kind of prevent me from doing just that. Like, I mean, I wish I had the channel popping enough to where I could hire somebody to, you know what I mean, just take my stuff and make clips out of it, because they got people to do that. But, I'm a one-man army, so I ain't really got it in me to do that, you know what I mean? But that's a good idea, Bruce Leroy, man. And make sure y'all follow Bruce Leroy Bar Report, man. That's my dog out of Naptown, man. He he got a podcast where he's discussing music in bars, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? He got interesting content, man. So make sure y'all check him out at the same time, man. That's my dog. Um, oh my God, Ronnie said, where can we get the hoodie? You talking about this one, the Oh My God joint? I got a web store, man. If you follow me on Instagram, Real Starks 27 on Instagram, you'll see my web store in the bio. But I don't have these hoodies on there. I'm gonna put them on there, but I just had, all my other merch, man, because this is my OG design. So, I just been rocking the OG design because, it is, it's what it do. But I got I got full color joints, and all of that, man. So I definitely be putting them back up and getting them in there, man. For y'all that want to rock with it, man. You know what I mean? So that's Real Starks 27 on Instagram, Uh, Kurt said he want to see the Raiders win it all. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with the Raiders winning. I just want to see some new blood in there, man. Celebrating Super Bowls, man. Like, I think Lamar Jackson, man, that would have been very dope. You know what I mean? I think Detroit, that would have been very dope. Even San Francisco winning, that would have been dope. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, you know what I mean? He making it to the Super Bowl. I'm with that, man. Christian McCaffrey and all them, man. Everybody, they battled, man. And it sucks because San Francisco did everything right to win that Super Bowl. And that one freak play where the punt went off of the dude that was blocking and went off his foot, and Cuz tried to recover it but couldn't. That was it. You don't give Kansas City that kind of leverage, man. That was it. You know what I mean? So once that happened, it was a wrap, bro. It was a wrap, man. They took advantage of that and they was on goal. They was in the red zone. It was over, bro. You know what I mean? And that took it to overtime. You never give Patrick Mahomes a second chance, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. So said you got a homie to edit and yeah, I mean, that's essentially what I need. Like, cause I'm sitting here on, you know what I mean? I'm sitting here on 30, 35, 34, 35 episodes. And I mean, bro, you talking, 80, 90 hours of content. I can't sort through that. I can't be in the content and sort through the content at the same time because I got other stuff that I'm doing, you know what I mean? And the radio segment is an important thing that I gotta do weekly. You know what I mean? So, it be what it is. But I say all of that. To say, my monetization is back on YouTube. I was monetized for the longest. I've never really made a ton of money off of YouTube. Like I went to YouTube headquarters in LA and I've met people who was getting 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month off of YouTube. Like I've met those kind of people. Like, Cash Nasty, I know Cash Nasty. You know what I mean? Cash Nasty the homie. And he's making a living off of YouTube. Been doing that for a decade now. You know what I mean? And the thing is with me is what grew my YouTube is no longer a possibility, a possible thing, a relevant thing, because roasting has been basically shunned by the internet. So, it can happen, but you just got to do it in a real townhouse kind of way. And I just don't want to do roast videos if I can't go in the way that I know to go in. Like I won't do it like how I used to, because even watching those videos is kind of cringe because I was going super hard. But we didn't have limits then. You know what I'm saying? I was going super hard in those videos. All the ugly NBA player roasts, all the shoe roasts. I was talking crazy. So I see why the videos got flagged and removed and all of that. Like, I don't even roast like that no more because I'm more aware of, the effect that it has on people. But at the same time, I can get busy and still be funny without being disrespectful, because the goal is to whoever you roasting, it's really just politicking. So it's like, I want you to laugh too. The same way as if you roast me, I don't need you to disrespect me. I just want you to make me laugh. You know what I mean? So, I'm just trying to get ideas of what it is that you would like to see from me, content wise. Um, Something that I can do consistently, because once I find that niche, then I can produce more content consistently. I'm kind of producing content that's really just being formed on other platforms, and I'm just giving it to y'all too, because of the fact that, you know, y'all was here before all of that. So it's like once I find that consistency, it's like I know what to do. Like I can sit down and be like, okay, I'm about to do this because this is my thing, and you can expect this from me every week, doing this. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, it's a playlist, and I got, because I know people used to have like really like watch parties almost. Like they used to just go through the whole playlist of roast videos, and I had like 500 videos. You know what I mean? So it's like they sitting there, all the homies is at the crib or wherever they at, and they drinking. I used to get videos all the time, man. They just got my shit on the screen and just watching roast video after roast video after roast video. You know what I mean? And you know, them days is out of there. You know what I mean? So, we trying something new. We back monetized, and I gotta stay within the guidelines if I'm going, if I'm gonna grow. I halted my own growth by just not being knowledgeable enough on how YouTube really works. I like honestly, I was on YouTube really getting it how I live. I was making videos and not even, man, I used to make roast videos while driving, bro. I used to be on the road, man. My son would have, all stars in Tennessee. That's a 3-4 hour drive from Lexington. I would be on the highway making roast videos driving 80 miles an hour, like that type of action. Early videos, man. Like I'm talking about, I'm editing videos on the way to Tennessee type action. You know what I mean? Like I was really getting it how I live. Like I didn't know nothing about an algorithm or times you should post, or thumbnails or titles should be this way. I was just doing it, bro. I was just, you know what I mean? Whatever was in my mind, I did it. You know what I mean? And at that point, it kind of it helped me, but it halted me too. That's why I'm at, 70 something thousand, and I ain't growing no more than that, because I'm not in the algorithm's favor. So that's what we doing. We gonna get in the algorithm's favor, and we gonna grow. You know what I mean? So if you watching this, man, just shoot some ideas in the comments, man, and I'm gonna read them and see what's what, and then we gonna get consistent content out here, man. Besides the podcast, I've been posting a lot of shorts too, man. So make sure that you hit that notification bell, so anytime I post a short, you'll get the notification for the joint too, man. You know what I mean? And we'll just basically go from there, man. You know what I mean? So salute to everybody that came in this joint. I just really wanted to just say that, man. That I've been demonetized for a year and a half. I ain't really tell nobody. I just posted when I could, and my reach had got reduced because of me being punished for all my violations. And now I'm in the clear. You know what I mean? So we good to go. We on. You know what I mean? So Real Starks 27 on Instagram, Comedian Larry Starks on Facebook. You know what I mean? Holla at your boy. We up out. I don't even know how to get off this thing. I don't even know how.